Good afternoon, Utah. We'll begin with your headlines for today, and the big one is the cold front that'll be moving through as we go from this afternoon into this evening. And that cold front going to be bringing much cooler air compared to what we saw yesterday, but there will also be more times of patchy smoke, scattered rain along with the cold front across the Beehive State. Not everybody will find wet weather, but there will be at least that chance for most spots across the state. And then after today, we are going to be turning on the chilly side. So you're probably going to need at least a sweater and in some spots, maybe even a jacket. Here's the current view from the downtown doTERRA Salt Lake City camera, where we've got a decent amount of cloud coverage around. Really haven't seen too much in the way of wet weather along the Wasatch Front, but there have been at least a few sprinkles in Salt Lake City. So that's probably at least dirtied up your car a little bit, but any little bit that we get from the sky, definitely a good thing and a welcome change of pace, especially considering our drought situation. But when we look at the satellite and radar, that cold front now moving through the northwestern corner of the state. Meanwhile, in the eastern half of the state, we do have a few isolated showers as you make your way down towards the Colorado River, especially down towards Grand County. But this cold front will continue to move from northwest down to southeast, and that's going to continue to bring in and filter in that cooler air. But also that cooler air is going to be moving in a hurry. And in the northwestern corner of the state, we currently have a wind advisory that's in effect, and we'll also have a wind advisory go into effect in Utah Valley coming up at 2 o'clock this afternoon. And both of these advisories will run through this evening, where within those advisories we'll see sustained winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour, frequent wind gusts upwards of 45 miles per hour. This could lead to some patchy blowing dust and also crosswinds for high vehicles, so something to keep in mind. So we'll begin the futurecast, and as we go throughout the afternoon, the best chance of rain today is going to be along and east of I-15 and then along and south of I-80, but you'll see that even behind the front, isolated showers and thunderstorms will be a possibility. And then into tonight, most forecast models are showing a line of showers that will be developing probably pretty close to the Wasatch Front, which will be moving slowly from west to east. So that's probably going to be the best chance of rain that we see in Salt Lake City. And then the highest elevations during the overnight, we also could see a little bit of snow as well. But into tomorrow morning, most of the moisture is going to start to move away to the east, keeping a small chance for the southern half of the Wasatch Front through tomorrow morning. But by tomorrow afternoon, any wet weather is going to be in the eastern half of the state, as we'll be looking at cooler temperatures really across the board. But with the potential for rain today, there will also be the probability for some flash flooding at some of our national parks, including Arches and also Canyonlands. Meanwhile, Bryce Canyon, Capitol Reef, San Rafael Swell, and Glen Canyon, that is going to be a possibility. So if you have a hike planned for today, something to keep in mind. As for temperatures, for most of us in the northern half of the state, we've already hit our daytime high for today, and temperatures will be cooling from the afternoon into tonight. And by daybreak tomorrow, likely going to be in the middle 40s in Salt Lake City, and in the highest elevation in the northern half of the state, we could see some hard freezing conditions, so something to keep in mind into tonight. As for St. George, a daytime high of 86 degrees, isolated thunderstorms a possibility, a chance early tomorrow with a daytime high of 79 degrees, but temperatures will be moderating as we move into the upcoming weekend. As for the Wasatch Front, we'll be looking at daytime highs mainly in the upper 60s, lower 70s, isolated thunderstorms a chance early for Wednesday, but tonight will be chilly with an overnight low of 45 degrees, but for Thursday and Friday, it's mostly sunny skies as temperatures rebound to the upper 60s and lower 70s.